Hey, I'm back with the resilient Jenkins update, and excuse my oily face. Y'all are used to seeing me after work, but this update is before work. Y'all used to seeing me all dried up and stuff. But anyway, let's get right into it. Okay, so Stephanie posted an 8-minute video, and it was original audio. And you know what? I'm going to leave that in, because one day I'm going to have a recording room. But back to what I was saying, Stephanie recorded an 8-minute video, and it was original audio. And honestly, it was one of the most realist videos I've ever seen, even though during the video she was a little bit in denial again. It's many things I could touch on in this video, but the main thing that really just stopped me in my tracks was the fact that she was in the hotel room with her kids the whole entire day. She did put a caption up. She was saying why they were inside. Basically, she said they was inside because it was too hot to be outside. And I guess she figured that people was going to say, hey, why don't you take your kids to the water park or something? So she went ahead and answered that question before it was even asked. She said she's not taking her kids to no water park because it's too many people. That means it's too many germs. And she said people are peeing and pooping at the splash pads and water parks.
I'm going to present you with a screenshot of Stephanie Jenkins, but basically what she's saying is that she leaves her kids outside unattended. She leaves her kids outside unattended. I live in one of the most safest neighborhoods, and I still don't do that. I still don't leave my kids outside. She lives in a motel shelter and feels like it's okay that all of her children that are under the age of 10 can stay outside, especially with all the kids in Virginia and other places like Texas going missing. How is this not neglect? And the fact that you're on camera saying it before people are like, you're making it up, it's defamation. It's not, because it's true, and it's my opinion.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Oh my gosh, if you're not buckled in, do it now, because today's dive into the TikTok Jenkins Motel saga is about to blow your mind. Stephanie's so-called shield around Drew is cracking wide open, and the alleged truths spilling out are wilder than ever. Quick shout out, drop in the comments where you're watching from, what's the time there, and if you haven't yet, smash that like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Boom, done. Let's jump right in. Now, before we get too deep, remember, everything I'm sharing here is based on rumors, alleged happenings, and what's been floating around online. I'm not claiming any of this as hard fact, just piecing together the gossip that's got everyone buzzing. We're talking about the resilient Jenkins family, specifically Stephanie and Drew, who've been at the center of this motel drama for what feels like forever. It's like a never-ending soap opera set in a sketchy Portland spot, where priorities seem upside down, excuses flow like water, and the kids, bless their hearts, are caught in the middle. And folks, it's getting messier by the day. Let's start with the basics of this latest update. Rumor has it Stephanie's been on this whole good mother rebrand, trying to show the world she's got it all together as a mom of 5, juggling a part-time shift from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., and making family life look, well, livable in that cramped motel room. But honey, the cracks are showing big time. In one of her recent videos, an 8-minute slice-of-life clip with original audio, she invites us to hang out with her during a typical morning. Sounds cute, right? Wrong. It's a masterclass in what not to do, allegedly.
Oh, let me get this straight. Stephanie makes sure that Drew has all the newest PS5 games, right? But she has to work on getting her baby girl a high chair. Now in Stephanie's newest video, she's holding the baby while she's cooking breakfast. And I mean, that's cool and all if you want to like pop your baby with some grease on the stove. So anyway, she's holding the baby and she's like, yeah, I know I need a high chair. We're working on it. High chairs are literally $30.
Picture this. Stephanie's in the kitchen, whipping up breakfast, but she's got her baby girl cradled on one hip the entire time. One hand's flipping bacon in a hot, popping pan of grease. The other's holding this tiny human inches from the stove. I mean, come on. Grease splatters are no joke. One wrong move and that scalding oil could land right on the baby's skin. It's the kind of hazard that makes you cringe just thinking about it. And get this? She even acknowledges it in on-screen text, saying something like, yeah, I know we need a high chair for her. We're working on it. Working on it? Girl, high chairs aren't some luxury yacht. They're like 30 at the nearest store. Or, heck, thrift shops, Facebook Marketplace, even churches. She's got religious ties, right? Rumors say she could snag one for free if she just reached out. But nope, allegedly that's on the back burner while other stuff gets prioritized. And speaking of priorities, let's talk about what is getting the green light in that household. Drew, allegedly, has no problem snagging the latest PS5 games, keeping himself entertained like a king in that motel setup. He's got a brand new $70 game controller snapped up without a second thought. Meanwhile, the baby's still being toted around like a football during meal prep. It's alleged that money isn't the issue here. Stephanie's said as much herself, so what's the holdup? Is it just not urgent enough? Because if you're cooking with hot grease and a squirmy infant, safety should be screaming at the top of the list. Instead, it feels like the kids' needs are treated as these vague, we'll-get-to-it items, while smaller, self-serving purchases, like a ring light or a laundry basket that barely sees action, happen instantly.
Another example of not prioritizing your priorities, which are your children. I'm actually 100% sure that there are churches that would even give you a high chair if you just called and said that you needed one. Also, them kids have been stuck in that motel all summer long. And Stephanie has been promising them that they're going to a water park and she still has not taken them. Also, what's going on with the GFM money that they've been trying to raise? You can't use some of that you said that was literally going to go to your children? Ooh, let's clock it.
This isn't isolated either. Those poor kids have been cooped up in that motel all summer long, rumors suggest. Stephanie's been dangling promises of a water park trip like a carrot on a string, but it hasn't happened. And with the GoFundMe money they've been raising, allegedly earmarked for the family, including the children, couldn't some of that go towards something fun or essential? It's like the funds are there, but the follow-through? Not so much. The whole situation screams misplaced priorities, where adult comforts come first and the little ones wait in line.
Leaving this comment right here because Deshawn had an amazing time with his mother. He got to be around his real family and his mother that missed him very much. And the fact that some of you are down in the comments saying that Deshawn would rather be in a motel with 5+ people over going to his bio mom's house, spending time with his real family, and doing things that he's not able to do. And he's probably getting a lot more of attention and love because it's less children. But somehow y'all think being in a motel is better than that? And I'm so happy that Deshawn had a good weekend with his mother. And I hope that she starts getting him a lot more. And the fact that Stephanie would even respond to a message about Deshawn's weekend with his mother like that is bizarre. And it's a lie and it's a false. Deshawn had a good weekend with his mom. It's giving that Stephanie is jealous and Stephanie is very bitter.
Diving deeper into that morning video, after the risky cooking sesh, Stephanie serves up plates to the kids, including her toddler son. Let's call him the little guy for privacy's sake, but here's where it gets even more eyebrow-raising. She hands him a plate with whole grapes. Whole grapes for a toddler? Everyone knows those are a massive choking hazard. They can slip down the wrong way in a heartbeat. Cutting them takes, 30 seconds? Quarter them, halve them, something. But allegedly, she skips that step entirely, claiming to be this seasoned mom of 5 who knows all the ropes. If you're positioning yourself as the cautious parent, why expose him to that unnecessary risk? It's baffling, and it adds to this pattern where basic safety measures seem optional. Then, post-breakfast, she plops down in a chair, baby still in arms, and zones out hard. Her nonverbal toddler's running back and forth right in front of her, but she's not engaging. Not a smile, not a glance, nothing. The kid's pacing like he's got energy to burn, and she's just blank.
Stephanie Jenkins is crashing out, you guys. So, somebody commented this basically, at the end, they wrote, "I hope Deshawn is having a great time with his mom." And that set her off. Before we get into it, go ahead and follow me for more videos like this. But let me go ahead and insert the screenshot because you know I have receipts. This screenshot here tells you what she says. Basically saying that Deshawn is miserable that even though he went to a fun amusement park, it wasn't fun to him. He didn't enjoy it. And that when the truth comes out, we're going to finally see how it's Deshawn that doesn't want to go with Desiree. She even goes and contradicts herself. She'll say, who said he had a great time? And if he did have a great time, what child doesn't like an amusement park? And well, a child liking an amusement park does not mean that you're taking care of them. And you can see her spiraling. Go ahead and read the screenshot. Meet me in the comments. Let's talk about it, because she's been not in action for a while. And when that happens, we know the rugs are in play. When her new video, I think she's sitting there disassociating. Yeah, we know it is. Rugs.
Rumors swirled that this level of detachment raised red flags for viewers, with some speculating if she was under the influence or something. But Stephanie clapped back in captions, saying she was just disassociated hard, lost in thought planning her week. Phone calls, credit repair, appointments, all that mom brain stuff. Okay, fair enough. Every parent zones out sometimes, especially with 5 kids and overstimulation. But this felt extreme, allegedly. Eyes glazed, posture slack, completely untethered from the chaos around her. For a nonverbal toddler who needs that eye contact and connection, it's heartbreaking to watch. Kids at that age thrive on seeing joy in their parents' faces, but here, it's like she's in another world.
My mom's the type of person who lacks accountability for her actions, and when called out, generally her response is no different than, I'm only human.
Well, ain't this the pot calling the kettle black? The commentary writes itself at this point, folks. I mean, because, babe, you also lack the ability to take accountability. What's not clicking? That's our whole entire issue with you, babe. And this is actually a really good example as to why I always say that I don't think that her content is rage bait. I think that she genuinely believes the delusion in her head. This is real life delusion.
Especially these lives that she got up on and spoke things about me that weren't even accurate.
Kind of like how you also sat up on live and accused her of sexual abuse. Hey, I know 2 wrongs don't make a right. I'm just calling out the facts as they come. That's all I'm doing.
Lives that aren't even true about me. Could have sat there and defended what you know about me as a person, but you chose to be on their side.
And while she's mentally multitasking, the kids are stuck inside that single room all morning. Why? Heat, she says in captions. It's too hot outside for play. Sounds reasonable at first blush, but dig a little. This could be prime time for a cooling activity, like a splash pad or that promised water park. She's allegedly said money's not tight, so affordability isn't the excuse. Instead, she pivots to bacteria fears. News articles about water sources harboring more germs this year due to heat, plus crowds potentially peeing in the pools. Better safe than sorry, she writes, promising to get them out once the sun dips behind the building. But hold up, that argument crumbles fast. Bigger bodies of water, like lakes or the ocean nearby, don't hit those dangerous bacterial levels as easily. And it's alleged she's using worst-case scenarios to avoid outings altogether. The irony? Just the other day, rumors have it her kids were running barefoot in the motel parking lot, a public space with who knows what hazards, including a spotted, discarded needle in one video's background. That's okay, but a maintained water park is too risky. And don't forget that Dollar Tree sprinkler she bragged about on Facebook. Perfect for cooling off right outside, no travel needed.
Stephanie's entire issue is that she's upset with her mom for not automatically coming to her defense or taking her side. And Steph, I understand that that's your mother, but just because that's your mom, she does not have to take your side. She does not have to defend the horrible decisions that you are making. It's like she wants to blame every single solitary other person for the predicament that she's in, and it has nothing to do with us. We just strangers on the internet voicing our opinions that nobody asked for. But we're giving those opinions off the information that you decide to come here on this here interweb and post and show us. And some of that information that she comes on here to show us, she's literally legally not supposed to be showing us. So worried about alienating Deshawn from his mother when you need to be worried about your homelessness. And it's like, my thing is like, if you really truly cared about this child, you would not want him in this situation. You would not want him living in this hotel. Like, you would be ecstatic that he has an opportunity to go out and do these things. Even my kid's dad has not seen him for like 3 or 4 years. I've honestly lost track. But if he pulled up to my door right now and was like, hey, I'm taking the girls and we finna go have a ball, by all means, please go. I hate his guts. Do you hear me? But I still would not stop my kids or even talk down about the situation from stopping them from being able to go and have a good time. Especially if I know that they're being returned right back to me at the end of the day. Like, anyway, I know we all know that nothing's gonna change. I just wanted y'all to see that. Okay, bye.
But instead of using it, she's allegedly shading others, like taking jabs at someone named Desire for bringing a kid to a water park, calling it reckless. Pot, meet kettle, because that motel room. With a massive dumpster out the door, flies buzzing, more on that later, it's probably a bacteria hotspot itself. The kids are likely encountering more germs at home than anywhere else. Now, let's talk about the toddler's communication struggles. This part breaks my heart. Allegedly. In the video, he's trailing her, crying out in distress, clearly needing something. Comfort, a snack, a toy, who knows? Since he's nonverbal, he can't say it outright. But instead of patiently decoding his cues, Stephanie allegedly cycles through random items, like she's just trying to quiet the noise rather than connect. She's publicly acknowledged he might be on the autism spectrum, yet there's no visible push for evaluation or speech therapy. Crying seems to be his main way of expressing needs, and from what's rumored, it often gets overlooked. In one of Drew's live streams, the little guy's crying in the background, and Drew allegedly yells at him midstream. Even worse, he tells the oldest daughter not to comfort her brother. That's telling. In moments of real need, this kid's left hanging. Imagine what consistent support could do for him. Instead, it's misinterpreted or ignored, all while Stephanie clings to that good mother label like it's armor.
Zoe and Jenkins no longer get food stamps, so apparently they're struggling because now they have to pay cash for their food because their income is above the limits. Well, XOXO Gossip Mom posted this, and she talked about how, they're a family of 7. Now look what the income guidelines are for a family of 7. And for a lot of people, we don't understand why they can't find housing, because obviously they're making more than $7,500 a month. So if you're making $7,500 a month, why can't you find housing? Now I know the situation in Oregon is difficult and tough. But if I were you, I would move. I mean, you guys have a vehicle. Go somewhere else. Get the hell out of Oregon. I mean, would you rather stay in Oregon and live in a hotel, a tiny little 1-bedroom motel? Or would you go somewhere else where it's more affordable? I mean, come to PA. We got shit for under $7,000. For $7,000, you could find a nice-ass 5-bedroom house here in PA. Come to Pittsburgh. I mean, I don't know what you guys are doing, but I've said it before. They can move. But they're not going to, because this is their content. The minute they change it up is the minute they're going to lose all their followers and views. Because people aren't following them because they like them. People are following them because they're a train wreck. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the follow button for more gossip.
Shifting to another video, an alleged laid-back evening with a family of 7. Laid back? Sure, if your idea of relaxed is no job, no structure, and framing neglect as chill vibes. She shows off toy guns Drew grabbed from the storage unit when he went for the air conditioner. Hold on, that implies they never really lost access to storage, contradicting earlier stories. Frustrating, right? And those toys could have been fetched months ago, but only now, with summer winding down, do the kids get a few. It feels like the children's joy is an afterthought, tacked on because Drew was already there for his AC. Speaking of the AC, it looks brand spanking new in the video, pristine, not like it's been gathering dust in storage. Rumors question if it was even there before. Maybe they just bought it because Drew wanted comfort. That's fine, but contrast it with the high chair delay. Far cheaper. Way more urgent for the baby. Priorities skewed towards self-indulgence, allegedly. And this video? Total rage bait. She pans to laundry scattered on beds, not in baskets, just everywhere. Dirty clothes for a family of 7, and she complains about doing laundry twice a week. Twice. Most folks do it daily. For 7 people, that's chaos, especially if it's piled up like that.
Hi, my resilient besties. How y'all doing today? I want to give you guys an update on the housing and how that's going for us. But first, let me take a minute to apologize to my online community of supporters and amazing people who take the time to battle it out in the comments for us and support us nonstop. I truly love y'all, and I do not say it enough. But let's get into the nitty gritty, okay? And then there's always a slight chance that you're new here, and if that's the case, welcome. We're a family of 7 who's currently homeless, living in a motel. And no, we are not continuing to live in this motel by choice. We are looking for housing opportunities, but we keep being denied. And I'm not on here claiming that we're being denied for nothing. We do have a bankruptcy as well as an eviction that has been dismissed on our past record, as well as both me and my hubby have pretty low credit scores that we're trying to work with and fix. And mind you, this is the first time both me and my hubby are in the position where it's not the financial means that is keeping us from getting a place. And I can't even say that I blame apartment complexes these days, but they definitely have a little bit higher standards when it comes to accepting people through applications.
Then, dinner prep. Pork chops out in the open, flies loitering around like uninvited guests. Instead of hygiene concerns, she sarcastically comments on having flies, mocking critics, but really highlighting her own standards. Flies in the kitchen? That's a red flag for the whole household's cleanliness. She praises Drew for the AC, saying it's keeping things cool. But where's he during all this? Voice in the background? Sure, but no help. Stephanie's juggling everything, cooking, baby holding, cleaning, while he's... what, gaming? She rambles about why she prefers voiceovers over original audio, feels awkward talking straight to camera, likes pouring her inner self into VOs. Fair, but it comes off as having stuff to hide, as viewers allegedly point out. Outside, the kids play unsupervised while she's inside with the baby. Her defense? I don't helicopter parent. They know the rules. I check every 2 minutes. And they know everyone in the motel, as if knowing neighbors guarantees safety in a public spot where anyone can roll up. Background checks, visitors, new guests. Nope, it's irresponsible. Seconds for something bad to happen, especially in a sketchy area.
Personally, I don't see how having higher standards when it comes to accepting people is going to help the homeless crisis in Portland, but hey, you do you. I do fully understand taking precautions to not have people F you over in a lease. But I digress. Listen when I tell you I have called all the resources. I even reached out to my own mother who does social work for a living and asked her if there's any resources I haven't tapped into, and she said, girl, you actually called them all. Honestly, this latest denial took me by surprise because I really thought this place was going to work out. I had really high hopes, and I don't even usually let myself be hopeful about things because I just know 9 times out of 10, it's not going to freaking work out. And honestly, I'm not even trying to be like a Debbie Downer here. I'm just saying in my experience, there's only so many outcomes. I think for the most part, we were trying to rush the process, rush God's timing. And a lot of part because we don't want to have these freaking opinions on us that we're not doing the best we can for our kids. So we're trying to rush ourselves into the next best opportunity or just the next opportunity, period. And it's not the best because if I'm being honest with you, we applied for a couple spots that weren't even ideal for our family. We just thought they'd be better than the motel. So we were applying.
No fenced yard. It's motel grass next to parking lots. High chair excuse pops up again. She's just starting solids. We'll get it this week. But with her track record, it feels like set up for more delays. A necessity, not a one thing at a time item. Then she tangents on her mom identity. Can't imagine life without kids, even pictures them in her 10-year-old memories. Muddled, performative, confusing. Video ends alarmingly. Toddler outside alone at night, no shirt, unwinding. She says he knows to return when cars start. Like that's protection. Rage bait, especially after Google Maps showed him alone before. Is this routine? Unsupervised at night? Heartbreaking for the kid's summer reality. Where's Drew in all this? Not helping mornings or evenings, despite claims of cleaning, cooking for content. Allegedly, he only performs for camera. Stephanie does the heavy lifting, praising him for basics like AC while risking safety cooking with baby. Is he contributing at all? Pattern. Excuses over action, skewed priorities. Absent partner. Not perfection expected, but showing up matters. Image doesn't match reality, allegedly.
And maybe you don't know this, but every time you apply for a place and they run your credit, it lowers your credit score. So that's had a significant impact on our credit over the last 6 months. That's definitely not the biggest impact on our credit. It probably is the fact that we need to catch up on our car, as well as I have some student loan debt that I need to consolidate. Blah, 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 blah. Full transparency, I have let the depression of being in this spot eat me the freak up, and it's not made me the best mother. Don't go running with your freaking theories on that. All I meant by that is I haven't been as mentally present as I can be for these babies, and I need to snap back too. And after our latest denial and realizing that it's now our credit that holds us back, we realized we need to sit back, be grateful for the roof we have over our head, and work on a few things before we can actually pursue another application. Do we want to continue to stay here? Fuck no. But do we have much of a choice? It turns out not as much as we thought. And I'm sure there's going to be people that will say, this is your choice, poverty's a choice. You just don't get it, so shh. Bye-bye.
Now, let's circle back to the bigger picture, because this motel drama isn't just about one video or one excuse. It's a tapestry of alleged shortcomings that keep piling up, and Stephanie's attempts to shield Drew are wearing thin. Rumors paint Drew as this background figure who's more focused on his own entertainment than pitching in. He's got the PS5 games, the controller, the egg for his comfort, but when it comes to the kids' basics, crickets. It's like he's living in his own bubble, while Stephanie's out here trying to juggle 5 kids, a part-time job, and this online persona. But even in her rebrand as the ultimate mom, the fails are glaring. Take the summer confinement. Those kids have been motel-bound, promised outings that never materialize. Water park? Still waiting. And with GoFundMe funds allegedly for the family, why not dip into that for a fun day? Instead, it's excuses galore. Heat, bacteria, crowds. But barefoot in a needle-strewn parking lot? Totally fine. The Dollar Tree sprinkler gathering dust? Unused.
I feel like Stephanie Jenkins, her neglect should be studied in the history books, because how is it that she has a knife, and I say knife because I don't know if I can say that word because you know TikTok, but she has one close enough so that Bubba, Atlas, her baby, who likes to toddle around, can reach it. Talk about not being safe. And also, if she ever puts her baby on the floor like she does all the time, she can reach it. Why do you not care? Like I just made a video prior to this about how neglectful you are for leaving your kids outside. Now I know why you do it, because I think it's more dangerous inside of your house, Stephanie Jenkins, because you leave knives and stuff on the floor where they can reach it. You did say you don't baby-proof because you want them to explore. Do you want them to explore an ER? Because that is where they're going, because you are neglectful. Go ahead and follow me for more videos like this, because I just cannot.
It's like every potential solution gets shot down with a new rationale, leaving the kids energy pent and bored. The toddler situation tugs at the heartstrings hardest. Nonverbal, possibly on the spectrum, as Stephanie's allegedly admitted, but no therapy push. His cries dismissed or yelled at, by Drew no less, telling siblings not to comfort. It's alleged emotional absence at its peak, where needs aren't met and connections lacking. Stephanie's disassociated moments? Understandable occasionally, but when it's so deep that she's oblivious to a pacing child, it raises questions. Mom brain is real, but this feels beyond that. Hygiene issues? The flies on pork chops say it all. Sarcasm doesn't cover up the risk. Laundry twice a week for 7, recipe for chaos. And unsupervised play, day or night, in a motel, reckless no matter the every 2 minutes claim.
It's not much of a joke, but I'm mad convinced. Your bitch has skin cancer. Now listen, I've had this lump, these angles, bro. I ain't know what to do with this thing. This lump hurts like mad. This lump was weird as frick. It's been just my little like mom hair growth. You know, all you all moms know, you get a chin hair that just grows constantly. Now I be plucking that motherfucker out every week. Now it's just this continuous scab. And all my other moles are growing. I'm dying.
Knowing neighbors doesn't equal safety. Strangers, visitors, drive-bys are wild cards. Storage unit access? Allegedly never lost, yet toys delayed till now. GNU, bought for Drew's sake, while high chair lingers. It's self-first mentality, kids second. Stephanie's ramblings, mom identity, voiceover prefs, come off awkward, like grasping for depth but landing flat. Evening laid back, more like unstructured neglect framed cute. Drew's invisibility, no help despite boasts. Content only contributor, Stephanie's solos, praises minimally. This alleged dynamic, Stephanie shielding Drew's inaction, but truth revealing. Kids deserve better than excuses, risks, delays. Not judging perfection, but consistency matters. Rumors suggest image versus reality gap widening. Stephanie can't shield forever.
Let's talk about Miss Thang's last 2 evening shift videos. Your kids playing outside is not comparable to other parents who let their kids play outside alone at all. You are not in your fenced in yard. You are in a fenced in, not even enclosed, a fenced off from the road with like a 3-foot high shitty little fence that like my kid could jump. And you think your kids should be out alone in Portland? I don't care if you know everyone there. Do you know everything about them? Do you know you ran background checks on everybody? You know everybody's not a predator? Shut up. You also have thousands upon thousands of people who know exactly who you are and exactly where you are. And you don't care enough about your children's safety to make sure that some insane person isn't about to roll up and do who knows what. Think about your kids. Like, you put yourself and your kids online. Everybody knows where you are and who you are, and you continue to do it. And now you just told everybody that you leave your kids alone outside. What is wrong with you? Holy shit. And why the fuck do you need a second AC unit? Oh my God.
Expanding on this, let's think about what this means for the family long term. If rumors hold, this motel life isn't temporary. It's dragging on, with kids missing out on normal childhood joys. No backyard barbecues, no neighborhood friends, just room-bound days and risky play areas. Stephanie's rebrand tries to spin it positive, slice-of-life vibes, family togetherness, but the hazards poke through like thorns. Consider the baby's setup: starting solids without a high chair, holding her near hot pans, alleged contradiction when money's not tight. Free options abound.
You don't need that. You have no space. You have no space. And what you really need is some kind of high chair or seat for feeding for the baby, and a freaking bassinet, not the bassinet, a pack and play, anything but the bassinet. My God. And I just don't understand why you act like, oh, we have to work on it. You sit on your phone all day. Go on Marketplace. I bet there's at least 5 people either giving away or selling for dirt cheap pack and plays and high chairs. Ask a church. Go to a thrift store. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, but like, these are important things for your kids' safety. What? And then for the one that she posted today, why the hell do you have a knife laying out on the floor? There's no way you can actively watch 5 kids all at once by yourself, even if you're in the same room. It takes 2 seconds for any of them to grab that knife by accident, especially the little one. Like, what? And lastly, like I always say again and again and again, you wouldn't be cleaning all the time if you would get a bigger trash can and parent your kids into cleaning. Anyways, bye-bye now.
To flesh this out more, imagine the psychological toll on those kids. Cooped up all summer, energy unburned, promises broken. That's disappointment building. The toddler's frustration, unable to express, met with dismissal, that could shape trust issues. The older ones, seeing parents prioritize games over basics, might breed resentment. Stephanie's captions anticipate criticism, preemptive defenses on heat, supervision, high chair, but they ring hollow against visuals. Drew's alleged hands-off approach: if he's home, why not hold baby during cooking, or supervise outside, or fetch toys earlier?
We gotta talk about something. So, Resilient Jenkins said
that they are not on food stamps anymore. I looked it up on Portland's website, EBT or whatever. They're a family of 7, right? That means they make over $7,000 a month, right? After they said that they're so broke and they're clipping coupon. He ain't clipping shit. And he's bouncing store to store, probably taking his other girlfriend. Anyways, that means she makes over $7,000 a month. I don't know about y'all, but I would be doing damn well better than in a motel pitying myself. Talking about the processed food. We eat processed foods all the time. Yes, I make homemade bread all the fucking time, but we still eat some processed food. There ain't nothing wrong with it. You see my healthy and chunky boy? But I would do better. And that is just the minimum. You know that they're making way more. Way more. So if anything, all this money, they could be putting it towards a house. Or they could be buying a house by now. It's been a while. So that's what I'm confused about. Where is all the money going? To your organic fucking shampoo? Buy some VO5 or, right, V8, whatever. I have that shit in my freaking shower right now. Y'all ain't that damn special that y'all need the special shit. Y'all ain't ballin' like that. Get the cheap shit. And go buy a fucking house. And holy fuck, before you're homeless and without a car, go pay your fucking car payment and stop buying the fucking watches and the fucking new headsets. Are you fucking crazy? Go pay your fucking car bill. Common sense.
It's like he's a guest in his own family. GoFundMe angle. Funds for kids, but no water park. No high chair. Stephanie straining to protect Drew's image, but evidence mounts against. Can't shield indefinitely. Rumors demand scrutiny. As an independent journalist dishing gossip, I stay critical but fair. This isn't hate. It's highlighting alleged inconsistencies for awareness. Kids' well-being paramount. If this resonates, share thoughts below. More updates coming. Stay tuned. Peace out.